Well, just watching our Prime Minister's speech in Azerbaijan. That's today's National Day for Azerbaijan, which I'm very happy for Azerbaijan. Of course, congratulations to the leaders and nation of Azerbaijan, uh, and especially Pakistan was really well represented. I mean, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, is very eloquent speaker. While it seems to be that he would make all these global leaders, these fascinating leaders of nation states, he would make them um, uh, good friends with his so candid, genuine uh, approach, the way he speaks, the way he carries himself, and of course, very smartly dressed, which is quite quite it's always very it's amazing to then uh, see him among the galaxy of global leaders. And of course, I mean, somebody, if you can ask me that, who might be with such an aura, but even, more dynamic, I would say that, the young leaders, especially Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, when he was finance minister. I mean, there's aura to him as well. But again, yet, this is today's 28th May, which is a day when Pakistan as well created deterrence against any for any belligerent behavior, especially from India or for example any other state, hostile state. And of course, we have the nuclear capability, all thanks to the works which really represent the works initiated by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And then continue, and of course, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif would really not allow this kind of this is when President Clinton would say that we can help you with some dollars, but he would then go ahead with his nuclear testing, and then Pakistan would then create deterrence. This one of the nation states which have created this nuclear deterrence, which is a landmark moment, and it is being rightly celebrated. I mean, amazing. I think today I've seen some national songs being played on media, which is such a great thing. But I'm kind of I'm an economist, so on nuclear deterrent. I mean, my friends, I know somebody, Rabia, which is at Kaiser University. She was in IR and she was class fellow of Javed Khurram Mirza. She has done her PhD on this. There are so many other experts. And I'm being an economist, I'm kind of a promoter of globalization, peace through international trade, and even competition. What I can always figure it out that what this nuclear capability is all about. That it is mostly about statements by our leaders or maybe hostile nations. Well, I would then, of course, make a comment which relates to my interest. I mean, which is you might understand. I have a diplomat. Economists generally have a diplomatic approach towards issues. So what I'm wondering is that there is Pakistan embassy in India and Indian embassy in Islamabad. And as far as I know diplomatic culture, that you make an ambassador, for example, if you make an ambassador, United States of America would send an ambassador to Pakistan, an American, or British would send their ambassador, or any other nation state. Those people, they represent sincerity towards Pakistan. That's kind of SOP. And so it should be true for India as well. I mean, and ambassadors, of course, I mean, it might be that, they are part of this elitistic, bureaucratic rhetoric, I mean, which represents even United Nations, or, this educated stance, this stance which is expressed through words and diplomacy, which really does not represent crude manifestation of, for example, even animosity. I mean, there's using this educated approach, a more refined approach, a more cultured approach. That's what diplomacy is all about. So I mean, I'm wondering. I mean, the Indian ambassador might be uh, roaming around in the, he might be going to the best restaurants in Islamabad or even in Lahore. And just 3 days ago, I went to visit my sister in Lake City, and I have written a great book about Lahore. Voices of Lahore. It's a great book. I personally think it's a great guidebook. I have written with Subturing Brad bot, which is extension of ChatGPT. And this is just, I mean, I've earlier explained here. I mean, it's specialized in economics. This particular Brad bot is specialized in economics arguments. So I shared certain things about Superior University and Lake City, and then wrote and then had a great discussion and got some policy papers out of it. Well, when I went there. I mean, this was a good weather was there. I mean, from Johor town to Lake City, it was an amazing ride on Django. So I was amazed. Lahoris were sitting in the restaurants. It was evening. Weather was good. And it was beautiful. Now imagine. I mean, that's what Pakistan is all about. I mean, Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, Quetta, Peshawar. And there are so many other cities, and even I love sitting at the driver's hotel, sitting on a charpai. Me, Javed Khurram Mirza, and other Kazim University friends, Mustafa Ali Malik, Ahmed Nawaz, Nadeem Aftab. I mean, there are so many friends, and then the friends of Javed, where he made his friends in his school and college. So we love to travel around, to go to Ahmedabad and sit on the charpais, drinking driver the tea which is being made at driver restaurants.